If I could go back into my early 20s and tell myself these 3 lessons that I'm going to tell you today, then I promise you my journey through adulthood would have been so much easier. And if you're watching this video, I know for a fact that you are navigating your purpose, your balance, and how to navigate adulthood with ease and confidence. And I promise you that this is the video for you. Today, we're going to be getting into 3 lessons and a bonus one if you stay to the end that will help you to navigate adulthood a lot easier. These are the 3 lessons that I wish I would have learned in college, straight out of college, or just a lot sooner in my journey on blowing up and just becoming the best version of myself. Now, if you're new here, hello, my name is Stephanie. I'm a travel, lifestyle, and personal development content creator, and I create content so that you can grow, glow, and go all around the world for my girls who are looking to level up and just become the best version of themselves. I'm super excited for today's video because I am getting into the 3 lessons, like I said, with raw, unfiltered stories that I promise you have taught me these lessons in my early 20s. I'm 24 now, I'll be 25 next year, and I've been doing a lot of reflecting over the past couple of months, and I really wanted to bring you this video because I truly do believe these lessons will help you getting to your goalposts a lot quicker than me. Now, if you're in your 20s currently, or 30s or 40s, whenever you're watching this, and you have lessons that'll help a girl out or help the girls out in the comments, please leave them down below. I would love to read through them and share them with my community because at the end of the day, we're all just looking to level up over here. So why can't we share and help each other out? Also, go ahead and hit the like button because this is going to suggest to the algorithm that this is a good video for others to watch who are also on their personal development journey looking to level up before and during 2026, and hit that red button to subscribe to my channel because we're on the road to 700 subs. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy to say. Like, whoa, my mind is literally blown. Like, we're growing so fast over here, and I want you to be a part of it. So definitely hit that red button down below to subscribe if you feel like this video is resonating with you in any sort of way, or if you already feel like this video is resonating with you. And share this with a friend. Share this with someone who you know needs to hear these lessons. And I want you to share with that one friend, you know, the one friend that I'm talking about, and you guys are on your glow up journey together, and you're always sending each other resources and helping each other out, sending each other books. This is the friend that you need to share it with, okay? Other than that, let's go ahead and get into the video today, love, with lesson number 1.
Baby girl.
So let's go ahead and get into lesson number 1, which is time is money, period. You literally need to budget your time like you budget your money. This is a lesson that I feel like would have saved me quite literally a lot of time and a lot of money. And when I first graduated from college at the ripe age of 22, I believe, my first job was a quote unquote 9-to-5. Now, I knew pretty early on in that job, I would say about 3 months in, that the end goal was not really what I wanted or what I desired, but I still stayed. I still kept working. I mean, bills had to be paid, of course, but I realized that I was wasting time, literally. So when I say you need to budget your time like you budget your money, I literally sat down with myself and evaluated how much time I was spending at this job. I put 9-to-5 in quotes because it was actually more like a 10 to 12 hour job, and not including the hour-and-a-half commute that I would have to make just to get there. And on the way back, it'd be more like 45 minutes because I was leaving so late that there wasn't even traffic anymore. So I realized that my days were literally gone. I was going to work before the sun came up, and I was getting home from work when the sun had already set. So I literally didn't spend any time at home besides the Sundays that I had off. And I quickly realized that this wasn't for me because not only do I not have time to spend with my loved ones, my family, my friends, my man, my dog, I just didn't have time for me in general. And nor was this job leading to goals that I had for myself in the future. So when I sat down and really evaluated that and realized that, I knew that it was time to let that job go. God had me. God still has me. And he came through. So with that said, I want you to sit down. I love Google Calendar. Google Calendar is literally my favorite thing in this whole wide world. Literally, I sit down and I really think about my goals. How much time do I want to be putting towards my goals? What even are my goals? Get really clear with that and start to budget your time like you would budget your money. Spend 2 hours on this, spend 2 hours on content creation, 2 hours on filming, 2 hours on editing. That's already 6 hours in itself. And you could say that's a full-time job, because it is. So I really want you to sit down and really budget your time like you budget your money. Once you sit down and you realize what your goals are and how you're budgeting your time to help you work towards your goals, then you'll be able to see how your goals will start to come into fruition, because you're actually starting to pour more into them. And that is just so important. And that even goes down to friendships, relationships, not just jobs. This goes for everything. If you're spending too much time with people who aren't helping you towards your goals, then maybe those aren't your people to begin with. So I definitely challenge you to budget your time like you budget your money. Your time should align with the goals that you have for yourself. If I looked at your calendar right now, I should be able to see what your bigger goals are. Oh, this person wants to get into acting. Oh, this person definitely wants to be a content creator. This person definitely is going to school for something. I want to be able to see that as a reflection of your calendar. So what's one thing that you wish you had more time for right now? Now, let's go ahead and move on to the second thing. And the second thing is going to be, do it for you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your grandma, not your man, not your friends, not your sister. Do it for you. We are put on this earth to have our own individual experiences, and the people that we have around us are there to love us, to support us, to help us go to the next level despite what we decide to be. Now, with that said, I want you to really challenge yourself to think, challenge your beliefs, to challenge your systems, to challenge everything in your life, and ask yourself, is this something that I'm doing for me, or is this something that I'm doing for someone else? Because at the end of the day, if it's something that you're doing for someone else, then that is not your goal. You're living somebody else's life, or you're living life on behalf of somebody else, and that's not what you want to be doing. So I challenge you to do it for you. What is one of your goals that you have for yourself, not that your mom or your dad implanted into you? I know for me, this is really hard, because I personally feel like with the way that I was brought up and the schools that I went to, I was very much so a private school kid. So everybody takes a very traditional path. You know, we go from high school to college, from college to your corporate 9-to-5s, to moving up the corporate ladder, which is amazing. And I'm not saying and knocking that at all, because that still takes really, really hard work and dedication. But I figured out pretty early on from internships and experience after experience, like this is not for me. And no matter how hard I try to, be a people pleaser and just smile and keep it pushing and just be like, maybe this just isn't the company, or maybe this just wasn't the manager. It didn't matter what manager, what skin tone, what role, what experience I ended up having. I just decided that, this just isn't for me. It doesn't look like it's going to work. And I think those experiences made me so uncomfortable for a reason. But on top of that, I had to realize the only reason that I keep trying to do this, because this is what someone else wants for me. This is the traditional path that everybody else followed, that I thought that I needed to be on as well. And I quickly realized that that wasn't it. And so I had to decide, okay, what is the path that I need to be on? What are my goals? And I had to challenge my beliefs to a point where I had to get really serious about, what do I want out of this life? Not what my mom wants, not what my dad wants, what my grandma wants, what my sister, my brother wants. What do I want out of this life? And they can live vicariously through me. I can live vicariously through them and my friends who have decided to go into corporate careers and things of that nature. But I needed to get real with what I wanted, because I was going to be unhappy living a life on behalf of someone else when I knew deep down that I wanted something else. So because you decide to live a different path that doesn't necessarily follow what your mom or your dad wanted, that doesn't mean that you're dishonoring them in a way. It actually just means that you are honoring them by going after what you really want in this life, because maybe they didn't have the chance to do that themselves. And always remember, you still have that support system around you. You still have those people that are going to love on you, that are going to support you, that are going to help you to get to the next step no matter what. I remember when I started my YouTube channel, my mom was literally, and still is, my #1 fan, watches every video, sends it, shares it on Facebook. Like, I thought, oh, they're going to think that, YouTube is not a real career, which maybe they still do. I don't know. I'm not in their heads, but I still get the support and the love from them that encourages me to keep going. And you never know until you try and you take that next step. So don't do it for anybody else but you, okay? Always remember, you cannot live your dream life or your version of your dream life if you're chasing someone else's. So what's one thing that you're going to be doing for you this year? I want to know. Let me know in the comments, okay? Now, let's go ahead and move on to number 3. Number 3 is having grace with yourself and with others. You have to understand, we are all just figuring this out. Like, this is everybody's first time here. No one, to my knowledge, has been here before. No one, not even your mom, who when you were younger thought knew literally everything about everything, right? Or your dad who knew everything about everything. Nobody knows anything, actually. We're all figuring this out together. And honestly, that also needs to translate into you having more grace with yourself as well. And the reason that I say this is because I went through a really, I want to say tough time after graduation. I think that not enough people talk about it. And that's why I talk about it all the time on my channel, because when we graduate, you know, especially from college, for people who always knew that they wanted to go to college, you know, that was something that you had in your head for years. Then you finally get to university, you have the experience, you have a great time, you enjoy yourself, and you graduate. And you get to this moment and it's like, what the heck is next, right? And a lot of people struggle with that because we didn't think that far. You know, like you get to college and the offers are just gonna come your way. They're just gonna get swung out the door. Like, we want you. And that is just not how it happens, okay? So I needed to have grace with myself in that moment because I was one of the very few of my family to go to university straight out of high school, and so young at that. And so I was struggling with, okay, I'm applying to all these jobs, I'm doing all these things, and it's still nothing. Like, what is going on? I thought this was supposed to be, you know, a piece of cake. I thought this was the blueprint. Turns out it's not. I want you to know that at the end of the day, it's okay. You're figuring this out. We were figuring this out. Your parents were figuring it out. Have grace with yourself through that. And also have grace with other people. And this is something, oh my gosh, that I've just had to learn, because for me, I have such high expectations for everybody that is around me because I hold myself to a very high standard. So naturally, the people around me, the people that I keep in my circle, I hold them to a very high standard as well. However, you don't know what kind of standard they hold themselves to. And that doesn't mean that you should be disappointed in them or you should cut them off just because they don't live up to the standards that you set for them. Have you even tried talking to them about the standards that you have set for them? I hope this is making sense to you, because I just want you to know that yes, it's okay to have standards for people. It's okay to expect a lot from people. It's okay to expect something from people and from yourself. But at the end of the day, you need to have grace with those people because, like I said before, this is everybody's first time doing this whole earth life thing. So we're just figuring it out together. And that is the key word, is being able to come together on how to move forward. If you get into a disagreement with someone or with somebody who you hold really close to you, come together, talk it out, and then move forward, right? You don't just cut people off. So we're all just figuring this out. And that is something that I really wish that I knew more when I first graduated or when in my early 20s, because I was expecting everyone to have the answers when I graduated. Like, oh, so why is nobody hiring me? I don't know. I expected, oh, it's because this, and this with your resume. You need to fix that and then they'll call you back. No, things change every single day. You change every single day. Why shouldn't the world around you change as well? Have grace with that. Have grace with yourself and have grace with others as we're all just figuring this out. And this also goes into just harping on the fact that everyone is on their own timelines. At the end of the day, your journey, your path is going to look very different from someone else's. No two paths are exactly the same, ever. Mistakes are literally how you learn. If you don't make a mistake, you will never learn. If you don't mess up, you will never learn how to fix it. So mistakes naturally become a part of learning, and that is something that I really wish I knew more of. I would have tried to fail a little bit faster if that was the case, just because mistakes are important. And when you learn to have forgiveness and grace with those around you, it literally frees you from the disappointment, the resentment that you learn to kind of have towards other people, because you then realize, you know what, we're all just human. We're all just figuring this out, and I'm gonna forgive that person because maybe they just didn't know any better. Maybe they just don't know better, and who am I to judge them? Who am I to be this high and mighty person when at the end of the day I still make mistakes too, and I still am learning to forgive myself. So have grace with yourself and with others. And because I love you, I'm going to give you a bonus one as well. And the last bonus one is your habits literally define who you are. If I look at your habits, I don't even need an explanation on what your life is going to look like 5 years down the line. I already know, because your habits literally make up who you are. You really start to realize that, especially once you leave college, university, even high school, your life is no longer structured in a way that your life is just no longer structured. I mean, in high school, you had your A days, your B days. You were in class from 9 to 10:30, from 11 to 12:30, then lunch, and you just had a regular flow and schedule of things. You had to be at school by this time. You had to be doing this by this time. And same thing with college. You know, you got a little bit more free time in college. You might have Fridays off. You got to do whatever, but everybody's doing the same thing. We're all going to parties. We're all going out to lunch here, or everybody's going here real quick. Let's go and do this, right? And there was really no need to have structure, habits, and things like that, because at the end of the day, everybody's just trying to get by. Everybody's doing the same thing. You know, that's how it is. That's how it be, you know? But once you leave that environment, you have to decide, who are you going to be? Because once you decide who you're going to be, you need to decide, what habits do I need to get me there? That is the key point. What habits do I need to get me there? By 30, you want to be the mom with a banging bod, with the good skin, and she just lives this healthy, wellness-oriented lifestyle. Okay, well, best believe that means we're gonna have to start getting in the gym. We're gonna have to start building that routine up. We're gonna need a morning skin routine, a night skin routine, so I can have healthy skin for years to come. I need to find a mate. You know, you get the gist. I don't even need to go down the list, because you know exactly what you need to get you there. But if you tell me that you want to be, you know, that 30-year-old that looks amazing for her age and yada yada yada, but I'm watching you eat Doritos with red dye number 40, baby, I'm not gonna believe you. I'm watching you sit on the couch and watch TV all day. I'm not gonna believe you. Your habits literally define who you are. And if you do not like who you are right now, look at your habits. See where your habits are and see what you're doing that is not making up the person that you want to be. And I promise you, that will tell me everything I need to know. It'll tell you everything you need to know, okay? Your habits literally define you. When I first graduated, the summer that I graduated, I don't even know how I got a hold of Atomic Habits, but I think because Malik always used to buy me books. I used to always just want books. Like whenever it was a birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas, I always had books on the list. Like among other things, you know, I'm a girl, so wanted makeup, clothes, shoes, all that stuff, but I always had some sort of book. So the two books that I read straight out of college, which were transformative for me, was The Mountain Is You by Brianna Weiss. Amazing book. Overcoming self-sabotage, negative thoughts, getting your own way. Definitely recommend. And 2 was Atomic Habits by James Clear. I will link both of them in the description. And if you want amazing and healthy skin by the age of 30, I'll also link Golden Goddess Beauty and Wellness in the description. I promise you it'll change your life. I mean, you see me. So, but that'll be in the description. But talking about Atomic Habits, I promise you that literally shaped everything for me. And it talked about how small literally atomic habits can build into something massive over time. And that is so important. It's little things like putting a book on your pillow when you first wake up so that you read before you go to bed the next night. Having the mouthwash by the face wash so that you know to do your mouthwash while you're washing your face. Those little tiny things that might seem minuscule at first build over time into something that makes being you so easy almost. Like people look at you and are like, wow, like how did you learn to do that? Or how did you do that so quickly? And how are you doing this so consistently? And that is the key right there. Is just you have to learn to build those habits over time. And once you do that, it gets to consistency. You have to know, you have to understand that discipline, as much as people hate it, as much as people don't like the word discipline, it's literally self-love. When you learn to be disciplined with yourself and to actually stick to what you say you're going to do, you start to trust yourself even more. Dare I say you start to love yourself even more, because you really do. Once you realize, you know what, if I say I'm gonna get up early tomorrow morning to go work out, I'm gonna go ahead and put the workout clothes there so that way I'm not scrambling in the morning trying to figure out what I want to wear, and just do it. Once you just do it, you realize I can do anything I say I can because I know I will. You don't start to doubt yourself anymore. And I promise you, that is it right there. So that was my bonus one. I wanted to give you a bonus because I feel like that is super important. Your habits make you who you are. I challenge you right now to look at your habits and ask yourself, are my habits creating the life that I want? Are my habits helping me build the life that I want? If the answer is no, Learn how to reevaluate and redirect your habits to be something that you know is going to build a sustainable life. And if the answer is yes, great job. Keep going. So if this message resonated with you at all, I truly hope that it did in some way, shape, or form help you to get a hold of your life a little bit better. These are the 3 lessons that I really, really, really wish that I knew when I first graduated. I would have had so much more grace with myself and just trusted myself in the journey and where I was going. But if this did resonate with you, please like this video. That'll suggest to the algorithm that this is a good video for others to watch who are also on their personal development and glow up journey. And also give my channel a subscribe. I'm on the road to 700 subs. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful that we just hit 600. That was amazing. I literally cried that day because I couldn't believe it. So I don't even know like what emotions I'm gonna be going through when we finally hit 1K. I'm taking it 100 at a time though, so 700 is the next goal. I'm definitely looking forward to creating more personal development content for you as we go through the end of the year, because I really want to put you and me in the position to be the best version of ourselves by 2026 and going into 2026. So if that's something, sounds like something that you're interested in, definitely hit that subscribe button so you can stay tuned for everything that's to come. And I appreciate you so much for watching. I encourage you to check out all my other personal development stuff and travel, because that's what we like to do around here as well. But I love you so much. You're doing amazing. Don't let anyone else say you're doing anything other than that, because I know if you're watching this video, you are on the right track. This is definitely the video that you need to be watching if you're looking to level up your life. Now, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Baby girl.